Press play here. All right, good morning, Power team. This is Anthony Bonilla, your Tier 3 consultant slash mentor from Corona, California. I'm happy to be leading the training call today for Mr. JC Rangel. So today we're actually going to be going over the masterclass immersive that our CEO Jonathan Budd went over last week. And I'm going to give you a few updates as well and a calendar I would like for you guys to pretty much save on your computer. All right, so I'll go ahead and start. Let me see here. Feel free to follow me on social media. On my Instagram is at Anthony Bonilla _solar. All right, feel free to follow me on YouTube. Let me actually move us to the side here. Now, if you follow me on social media, on Instagram specifically, I'm going to go ahead and be raffling out another hat today. All right, so the way to win this hat today, you actually have to follow me on Instagram on my solar page. So here it is. Send me a friend request. Record any time of the training today. Feel free to record, take a picture, tag me on that on your story, right? And then you're going to be able to enter a raffle where you're going to be able to win this Powur solar hat that I have for you. I'll ship it to you if you're in Canada, if you're in the East Coast, West Coast, doesn't matter. If I can meet you in person, I'll send it to you. So again, to win this hat, add me on Instagram, tag me on your story post, right? Recording or a video or a picture, right? All right, so in this section here, we do affirmations on our training calls every Monday. And I love how our mentor, Ramsey Clark, leads this. So you guys feel free to unmute yourself in this section. How it goes, Ramsey Clark will say the affirmations first, so he'll say the first one and then we'll repeat it after him with a lot of energy. And then he'll say the second one and we'll repeat that again as well. So feel free to unmute yourself, and Mr. Ramsey Clark, if you could lead us through this, please.
Thank you so much, Anthony. All right, guys, let's go. Number one, I am a powerful solar professional.
I am a powerful solar professional.
I do business morally and ethically.
I do business morally and ethically.
I am successful, intelligent, and confident.
I am successful, intelligent, and confident.
I do not depend on luck or unrealistic possibilities.
I do not depend on luck or unrealistic abilities.
I am making a positive impact in the world and in the lives of others.
I am making a positive impact in the world and in the lives of others.
I radiate with confidence and people feel that.
I radiate in confidence and people feel that.
I am building a renewable energy empire.
I am building a renewable energy empire.
Therefore, money comes easily and infrequently and increasing quantities.
Therefore, money comes easily and frequently and increasing quantities.
Good job, guys. Woo! Let's go.
Thank you, Ramsey Clark. Appreciate
Welcome.
that. Love the energy, my brother.
I vote for Ramsey.
Thank you, Ramsey. Appreciate it. And everybody else who participated, I hope you felt that energy. All right, so if you guys could just do me the favor of muting yourself again, we'll do Q&A questions at the end. All right, so I'm gonna go through these slides pretty quick, but I'll touch on quite a few things from the masterclass immersive. So I've been with Powur for 2.5 years, right? And a lot of people do ask me, what is your schedule? You know, what is it that you do on a daily basis? So JC Rangel says this a lot. You have to write down trainings, appointments, right, on your calendar. So I'm going to show you briefly my weekly calendar as far as trainings, right? Specific trainings that I attend. Now, you guys are more than welcome to attend these trainings as well and share with your team, right? So for example, on Mondays, I do attend Flow Mondays. This is with Francisco Jara. Jonathan Brunasso told me about this call and it has been great. It's breath work, right? It might be for some of you guys, might not be for some of you guys. I know Ramsey Clark also attends this, and it's been great. It's been great for my mental health as we get really busy with solar appointments and the business, right? So Mondays at 9 a.m. Pacific, I'm on Flow Mondays, and there's a link. Feel free to take screenshot pictures. This is being recorded and will be posted, but take pictures of this as well. On Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific, we attend this call with our leader, JC Rangel, right? Connect with JC, right? .com. So this is always on my calendar, right? On Mondays, for those who are tier 3 mentors, right? We do have a mentor call with Rachel McDonald, Bobby Smith, Charles Thompson, and all the mentors within Powur, Mondays at 12 p.m. Pacific. Again, this is only for tier 3 mentors. So let's get you guys there, right? This is where they give a lot of great information, a lot of updates to share with the field, to share with our teams. On Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific, if you're interested in sharing the opportunity with somebody else, the business presentation, feel free to invite them to the Powur Hour. Again, Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, right? It's in English and in Spanish, right? You could switch it on your Zoom there, which language you prefer, right? Now on Tuesdays, another training I attend is the Power Hitters and Solar Warrior Tribe training, right? This is ran by Jonathan Bernasso, by Tom Cotter and Jarrett McAllister, some of our top leaders on our team as well. So this is Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific. Is tomorrow. On Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific, Jim Bunch has a breakthrough mastermind for those who either you're having trouble in the business or even if you're a veteran, right? Feel free to join this call. You could find the link to this on powercalendar.com. Right. So if anybody could post there, powercalendar.com, there's the links to a lot of great training. So Breakthrough Mastermind being one on Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific with Jim Bunch. Right. There's another one I attend. You get to interact with a lot of tier 3 mentors here, and they share tips on how they're growing their business, how they're getting leads. Right. So make sure you attend this one on Wednesday. On Thursdays, I attend the Women of Power training. Now, this training is also open to men, right? A lot of great training is given by Marissa Fletcher, by Chrislyn, by Cynthia Alvidres, and Isela Bonilla. This is Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, right? And again, men are also welcome on these trainings as well. Now, if you are new, you're a new consultant, been in the business just a day, a week, a month, maybe a few months, right? Or if you just want a refresher, join the Powur On trainings on Thursdays at 12 p.m. Pacific and 5 p.m. Pacific. Again, Thursdays at 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific with Irene. So Irene does a great job on getting new consultants started, right? Helping them launch their business from the beginning, right? This is on Thursdays, right? And there's 2 times for this call. All right, the link could be found on powercalendar.com. And another training I attend is Building with Bobby. This one has been going on for the past month already. Those looking to start their team, those looking to onboard new consultants and get strategies on how Bobby does it, Bobby Smith, right? Feel free to jump on every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. The link for this one is also on powercalendar.com. All right, so these are a lot of the trainings I attend. Right now, there's times where I can't attend these trainings, maybe because I have an appointment with the client. All right. So, but if I'm not doing anything as far as solar appointments, I'm for sure on these trainings here. So feel free to join them. They're open to everybody as well. Right. And there's a lot of other consultants, teams within Powur that have their separate trainings. So just network with people and find out if you could also attend theirs. All right. So hopefully this was helpful. Now, here are a few events going on in 2023, right? So I already have my calendar, right? I wrote down all these events that Powur gave us. So there's 8 masterclass immersive calls. These usually happen the first Wednesday of each month. There's going to be 2, just like the one last week, right? There's going to be 2 solar Saturdays, right? Solar Saturdays, just like the one that happened last Saturday. Bill Conley was out in Fresno, Marissa Fletcher was out in San Diego, and many other great leaders throughout throughout Powur were having their events nationwide, right? So these are normally called Powur Days. There will be 2 conventions, right? One virtually in March, I'll show you the dates for that, and one in person in September, right, in San Diego, right? So now, write these down as well. I'll show you the exact dates, right? But in January, we're going to have a Solar Saturday event. Feel free to take a picture of this In February, we're going to have another masterclass immersive call. The Solar Saturday events are usually virtual or in person, could go from maybe 4 to 6 hours. They always start with 1 hour of the business presentation, right? The masterclass events, right? Those are the 4-hour calls where our CEO, Jonathan Budd, comes around the last an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of the call to give us updates. And a lot of great training is given in the beginning from Jim Bunch, Charles Thompson, Bobby Smith, and other great leaders on our team, in our company, right? In March, we're going to have the virtual convention. April, we'll have another masterclass. May, we'll have another masterclass. In June, another Solar Saturday event, right? Known as Super Saturdays as well. July, another masterclass. So as August, September is a Powur World Convention in-person event. That's going to be in San Diego. I'll share the dates, and I'll also share a QR code that you can take a picture so you can get your tickets, right? And then October, November, December, the masterclass events will be again the first Wednesday of each month. Okay, that goes from 9 a.m. Pacific, the masterclass events, 9 a.m. Pacific, all the way through 1 p.m. Pacific, so 4 hours. Right? So here are the dates. So for those who are tier 3 mentors, write these dates down. January 12th through the 13th, we're having the Leadership Summit. That's going to be in Carlsbad, California, known as San Diego. Okay, and I'll share a little bit more info on that. January 14th, we'll have that virtual Solar Saturday event. So it's all going to be through Zoom. Every city/state is going to have their own training for local markets there, right? March 3rd and the 4th, we have the virtual convention. All right, June 3rd, we'll have another Solar Saturday, again, local to your area. September 7th through the 9th, that's the Powur World Convention, the in-person one. This is exactly the same one we had this year in July out in Dallas, Texas. All right, so save the dates. Now the Masterclass Immersives, you see the dates there as well. And then again, whenever there's no Masterclass Immersive call, we're gonna have the Breakthrough Masterminds, right, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific with Jim Bunch. So I hope you guys took a picture of this, save the dates, put them in your calendar. I try to work my life around this schedule, right? Unless I'm having a baby like 2 weeks ago, right? But I try to work, again, my life around this schedule, and I set appointments, I set vacations, family time around this schedule. This is my work schedule, so hopefully you guys save these dates as well. Share it with your team also. All right, so the Leadership Summit, right? So it's only open to eligible tier 3 sellers/mentors only. This is going to be in San Diego, California, January the 12th through the 13th. It's a two-day event, right? Here's a link. Feel free to save it, write it down, take a picture. Here's a link to get your ticket, right? And again, you have to be eligible. So how do you know if you qualify or are eligible to attend this event? Here I pull this up. So it's for tier 3 sellers with at least 5 sales in the past 3 months. And for top 50 leaderboard in any category in the past 3 months. So any category would be, for example, the consultants who are selling projects on their own, personal projects, consultants who are mentoring projects, right, as a tier 3 seller, and then and consultants who are onboarding new consultants, right? So if you come in any of those 3 top 50 leaderboard, you'll be able to be eligible for this. The price is $5.99, right? And this is what it includes: 2-day event, immersive training, Thursday leadership dinner and entertainment, top tier keynote speaker, working lunch on Friday, and much, much more. So here's the link again. Here's a QR code. Feel free to take a picture. All right, save it. And then here are some of the keynote speakers. All right. So feel free to take a picture of that as well. All right, so Solar Saturday, after the training that we're going to have, Leadership Summit, we're going to have the Solar Saturday on January 14th, right? So here you can find these events on powurcalendar.com, right? Virtual convention, right? Take a picture of that, again, March 3rd to the 4th. Powur World So that's going to be again in San Diego, September 7th to 9th. Here's a QR code. Take a picture of it. All right, get your tickets early. I don't know if they still have the early bird pricing, but feel free to check. Those JC Rangel and Jonathan Bernasa always told me this. You know, if you're planning to build a team, if you really are a leader, buy some tickets for your team. Create a raffles, right? Create a competition, right? And also buy more tickets for new potential consultants slash partners that you onboard. So what I did at the convention, right? I went ahead and bought 30 extra tickets for myself that I could share with my team and you consultants that I onboard, right? So feel free to buy yourself a ticket. And again, if you're planning to build a team, buy more for them and try to get them there. These events are very important. Just like how Bill Conley was talking about the in-person events on the solar Saturdays, those are great. Now imagine what a convention could do for someone who's new, or even if you're a veteran, just stay around the fire, stay around these great events where we hear about from top leaders, right? All right, so another update, we're finally open in Puerto Rico, right? We've been live there since December 5th. So if you know anybody who lives in Puerto Rico that maybe wants to go solar, maybe wants to do the business or wants to be an ambassador, feel free to start reaching out to them and grow your business there as well. All right, I'd like to give a quick shout out to the leaders on my team, our team out there, Angel Rivera, Nitza Jimenez, and Joan Tua. They're doing a great job out there leading the team, having events. All right, so here's an agenda that they went over on Masterclass Immersive last week. So I'm going to touch on these briefly. So I'm going to skip the goal setting with Jim Bunch. All right, you guys could attend the Breakthrough Masterminds on Wednesdays for that, 9 a.m. Pacific. So I'm going to touch on the clear water, right? Pretty much the insurance that you guys could get and be a part of. All right, solar financing products from Charles Thompson, the roofing program from Kristen Dennis, and some updates from our CEO, Jonathan Budd. All right, so this is from Clearwater, from the insurance. I'm not going to go into detail on this, right? I really don't know how to explain it. That's why, but feel free to watch the recording and see the section where they talk about this exactly. But it's pretty much being able to have insurance for us consultants who are 1099, right? And if you have questions regarding this, feel free to visit myagenthealth.com and set a call with them. Okay. So take a picture, save it. All right. So speaking of roofing, so you're going to see a lot of these slides a little bit slanted. I took them from my phone. I was taking pictures during the training call. But here's a roofing team, right? It's grown in the past year and they've done a great job. I remember 2.5 years ago where Powur was with their roofing and where they are now with the roofing department. And it's been great. It's been a great change and they're only improving for the better. All right. So if you ever have questions, I don't have the emails or the phone numbers, but here's where you can see the names of the roofing team. All right. So how the roofing team manages projects, right? They take action on roofing projects once the solar design has been approved by the homeowner. Right? From there, they quickly assign a roofing coordinator and roofer to the project. This task-based workflow ensures that we are carefully monitoring the project and measuring timelines to completion. This tool gives increased oversight on the project, improved project speed, better roofer accountability. So there is a separate roofing training specifically on this. They're going to be making some changes with the roofing department, again, for the better. I put the link on the chat. Feel free to save it and watch the recording that they gave us. Here are just some screenshots I took from that training. So some roofing markets and partner onboarding. So we are currently in the markets that you see here in blue, right? The ones that you see in green, right? Those are markets that they're planning to expand into. From what I know, California, Texas, and Florida are markets where they have a lot of roofing teams. So it's very hard to onboard a roofing team unless they come in through enterprise, right? Now, the other markets, I'm pretty sure they need more roofing teams. So if you know any roofers, feel free to reach out to the roofing department. Okay. Now they're going to make changes to the new roofing proposal. So before you would have to request a solar proposal, go to the top right hamburger menu, scroll down, request a roofing proposal there through Solo. Right now, what they're going to do is all roofing proposals will be requested and returned in Powur.com. So what I took from it is that now you're going to be able to request it from your back office, from your platform, your own site, right? Sellers request roof proposal in Powur.com. Roofing team creates a roofing proposal for the seller, and then you'll be able to have it to present it, right? So now here's the current roofing proposals, right? So I'm going to just read through this. So accurate measurements with limited errors. So as of right now, it says no. And then new roofing proposals. Here, let me move us to the bottom here. All right, new roofing proposals. The team will perform the roof measurements and ensure that all projects details are captured. So as of right now, right, communication with sellers, right? So right now with the current roofing proposals, right, you would have to communicate with roofing@powur.com, personal emails, re-roof request form, confusing messages from Solo. Yeah. The new roofing proposals you would now be able to get it again through Powur.com. All right, proposals, sellers will use Powur.com to request a roofing proposal, request a revision as well. So if you need to make changes, right, on the proposal, you can request a revision. That's where you'll, right? So now they said, why will we love this new roofing proposal, right? It's faster quoting within 1 business day. Goal is 1 hour. That'd be great. More accurate quoting, easy process right within Powur.com, thorough proposal document, notification that your roofing proposal is ready. So what's changing? No more solo roofing proposals. Roofing team will manage roof measurements plus proposal generation. I can't read the rest. And sellers will now request a roofing proposal via Powur.com. Okay. So again, the roofing training, I put it on the chat. Feel free to click on it, watch it on your own time. It goes more into detail. Now, here's a few updates from our CEO, Jonathan Budd. All right, so here are the markets we are currently able to sell. So I know some people say 18 states, 22 states, 20, 28, right? I counted 21 states, the ones you see here in blue, plus Puerto Rico. All right. Now we are scheduled to open and service Hawaii in Q1 and Long Island as well in Q1. Now, any other market that you see here in gray, all right, we don't know when they're going to open. All right, there's a few others in mind. I don't know the dates for that, but take a picture of this and feel free to share it with your team as well. Now, let's say you do live in Montana. Are you able to sell solar from Montana? Yes, you are, as long as it's in the states in blue that we are able to service. Like, for example, we have a gentleman from Canada. He's able to sell here, right? As long as he has a social or a sure an I-10 or how that works, right?
All right. So Anthony, the 4 states that are slated to come on also first quarter 2023 is Oregon, Arkansas, Michigan, and Georgia.
Awesome. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate that.
Okay. In addition to now Long Island's New York, right? Is that what you're referring to? Okay.
Yeah, so
right.
just
good,
Long
good.
Island's going to be available. Yeah, not all of New
Gotcha.
York. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Craig.
Thank you.
All right, so here's what they shared. This is what Jonathan Butch said. The best loans for lowest monthly payment. A lot of us thought that all the 2.99% interest rates would be gone, but Sunlight and GoodLeap still have them. All right, so you could see here, for the lowest monthly payment, all right, 25-year 299, GoodLeap has it, Sunlight has it, Mosaic does not have it. Their lowest interest would be a 399. Now, I just sold a project, the one I was talking about with Francisco over the weekend. We sold that project with Mosaic on a 25-year 8.99%, right? Because the homeowner, and what I do in my consultations with my clients is I try to see which option would be best for them. I don't try to just stick to one. So this homeowner, I was able to see that she wants to pay off the system in less than 5 years. So I said, okay, well, and she wanted to go cash first, but then she said she doesn't have the cash. So we looked into financing, and then she saw that the loan at a 25-year 399 with Mosaic was about $12,000 more compared to cash. So I said, okay, so in order for her not to get discouraged and wanting to pay off the system under 5 years, I said, well, look at the 25-year 8.99% option with Mosaic. And it brought the loan from $32,000 to $23,000. All right? So $9,000 less, right? So, it's not always that homeowners want the lowest financing. Try to find out what is it that they want as far what's going to help them in the long run, right? So feel free to take a picture of this. Now I still sell a few where it's the 25-year 299. All right.
Anthony, can I
Yeah,
jump
Bill,
in
go for it.
just real quick? Because of all these changes in the financing, ladies and gentlemen, realize that in order to maintain those low interest rates, the lenders have dramatically increased their fees. So, and you'll look at that, people oftentimes will say, well, what does this cost me? Obviously, if they're getting paid, they're paying their payment out of their savings, it's not costing them anything, but they see that huge number. And there is a dramatic change in the cost of a system to give them the 2.99 right now versus, as Anthony just mentioned, the 8.49 or 8.99. So keep that in mind as you're explaining the value. We're trying to give our customers the value and let them know that, hey, if you paid an extra 20 or 30 or $40 a month, you're really making that payment, but you're also lowering the total cost of your system oftentimes by $10, $20, $30,000.
Right. Thank you for sharing, Bill. Appreciate it. All right. So new cash terms. So as of right now, for those who have sold cash projects, you're used to having the homeowner pay a $1,000 down payment, right, after they sign the contract. We're used to having them pay 75% of the remaining balance, right, after installation is completed. And then we're used to having them pay 25% of the remaining balance, right, after PTO, permission to operate, when the utility company gives us permission to activate the system, right? Well, there's going to be changes, right? Now, and the reason for this, cash sales are increasing quickly in a high interest rate environment. We as Powur need to adjust our payment terms to collect cash from our customers in a more timely manner. These new terms will be live cash contracts. What was that yesterday? All right, so it's live already. So now the new terms, the homeowner will now have to give a $2,000 down payment. Right after signing a contract, they get an invoice from Powur, and that's how they'll make their payment, right? And then it says here $1,000 in states with maximum deposit limits, right? Now now the 30, so they're going to require 30%, right, of the remaining balance to be paid at when equipment is ordered. So this is actually before the installation happens. So I remember Jonathan Budd saying, or Charles Thompson saying that we want the homeowner to also have skin in the game, right? Also because obviously before, if they had to make a 75% cash payment after installation was complete, I mean, there's a lot of space in between signing contract and installation where it allows the homeowner to rethink it and say, oh, I want to cancel this, or I want to pull out of the project. So now they're going to require 30% to be paid when equipment is being ordered before the installation, right? And then the rest, the remaining balance, will be paid after installation is complete. We're no longer waiting for permission to operate, PTO, right? Where the utility companies are giving us permission to activate the solar system. Okay, so this is a new cash terms, and it's live already as of yesterday. Okay. Another thing in Puerto Rico, I heard that we could only do cash deals there, right? No financing as of yet. Okay. Now, credit extensions update. I had to bring this one up to you guys because I currently have a consultant on my team who experienced this with 2 clients, specifically with Sunlight Financial. The solar system took over, and it's still in the permitting stage. It took over 6 months, right? And it hasn't even got installed, right? Now, average installations, yeah, they could take somewhere between 60 to 90 days, right? Now, it all depends on if a main panel upgrade is needed, if a new roof is needed, the city, the utility companies, but there is those few projects, right, where they go longer than 90 days, 120 days. Now, this one specifically, in the city of Long Beach and city of Whittier, right, they went past 6 months. So they had a specific interest rate. It was probably the 1.49% with a lower dealer fee. But since it went past 6 months, right, Sunlight Financial was not granting what the homeowner signed 6 months ago. All right, so just be very careful with that. So here it says finance companies are seriously hurting and tightening liquidity every way they can. They are no longer granting credit extensions, and any project that was sold at a lower dealer fee, APRs, they are also clawing back funds much more aggressively from installers than in the past. So be very careful there. I don't want it to come as a surprise to you when this happens to one of your projects. Knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't, right? So the new strategy, the seller homeowner communication at 60 days, 30 days, and 10 days. Right? If no install scheduled date at 10 days until expiration, project goes on hold until new financing is secured. Right? So at that point, you'll probably have to do a change order. Right? If permit is approved, we're doing everything possible to move up install date and mark in finance portals to log finance terms. If customer needs to resign and won't resign at terms and not margin to cover, let me move us here to the side. If customer needs to resign and won't resign at terms and not enough margin to cover in commission, we will work project by project to contribute, and we can not lose the sale. All right. So here's an update on that credit extension. Hopefully nobody's going through that. So now Jonathan Bush said that we're no longer going to have mission solar panels, right? In California, we don't use these type of panels. They use them in Florida and in Texas that I know of. I don't know of any other markets there, but they're no longer going to be using mission solar. I don't know the exact details on this. So again, feel free to watch the training video that I posted on the chat. So those in Texas and Florida who use mission solar, just know that. I don't know if you sold a project with these panels in the past and it hasn't been installed. I don't know if you have to do a change order or not. Check with your project manager. I'm not too familiar with these panels here, but just an update for you guys. Now, there's still the 5-star mania going on, right? So Powur wants us to get reviews from our clients. So feel free to scan the QR code here. It'll give you the step-by-step process of how to be able to win a contest through this. And from what I'm aware of, Ramsey Clark, feel free to jump in because I know you're getting a lot of great reviews on this. But if you win the contest on this, they pay for your ticket to the Leadership Summit and hotel stay. Am I correct? I don't know if Ramsey Clark could have mute.
I believe
I don't
it's
think you have
all
to win
expenses
it.
paid.
I don't believe you have to actually win it. They're going to provide the
Top 5.
cost of the
Okay.
deal for the top. Is it top 5, Ramsey?
Yeah, it's the top 5, and I believe it's all expenses paid. So I'm assuming that's
Awesome.
going to be including the plane ticket. I'm not sure. I hope so because I think I'm number 2. So
Awesome.
go.
And
How
Ramsey,
many,
what is
Ramsey,
this
how
mean?
many do you have that are acknowledged?
I have 5 so far that are full-fledged acknowledged.
Yeah,
So you guys,
so
you
do
need
I.
6 or more, you guys, so you could beat Ramsey.
You have to have 7 actually to be 7 is what they said you needed to be qualified to win, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Huh.
so
Anyway,
you
get him
guys
in
take a
there.
picture
Get him
of
in
the
there,
scan
King.
QR code, and then let's all do our research on this. But yeah, so Ramsey, do you know when this ends?
It's going to be at the end of the month, so I believe it's until the 31st.
Oh yeah, we got more to do than that. Okay.
Oh
They
yeah.
announced December 31st is the last day to submit.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you guys go ahead and get reviews from your clients, right? If you already have installations going on. I know Ramsey Clark does a great job at this. I see him posting all the time. And then there's going to be change.
Hey,
There's
Anthony?
already changes on the knowledge base, right?
Hey, Anthony.
Yes. Who is
Sorry,
that?
this is Miles here in San Diego.
Miles. Yeah, Miles.
Hey.
Hey,
How you doing, brother?
doing great.
Hey, just real quick, if Ramsey at the end of this, could he maybe just give just a few tips on how he talks with his clients and homeowners, how to get reviews? I think that'd be great.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll do that.
Thanks.
Sure.
Awesome. Yeah, so there's changes on the knowledge base. So there's faster sales support, integrated chat, and knowledge base, more searchable content for sales support to get you the right answers, on-demand answers to help you with suggested articles, and automated answers that may help you even faster. So when I first started with Powur, I remember going to Jonathan Bernasso, JC Rangel with questions, a lot of them, right? majority of the time, those questions could be answered by you just going to knowledge base. Where would you find knowledge base is if you go to your back office, your Powur website platform, and you go to the left side, right? You kind of see it here. But if you go to the left side, it's going to say dashboard, projects, earnings. At the bottom, it's going to have Powur University and knowledge base. Knowledge base, you guys, it's like the Google of Powur. Any question you might have on solar panels, inverters, the coverage map, right, where we service, you want the spec sheets of the panels, go to knowledge base, type it in on the search area, and then you'll be able to pull it up, right? So before you go ask questions to your leadership team, right, or whoever sponsored you, try to go to knowledge base and see if you can find it there for yourself, okay? And then Jonathan Budd also shared, how are we going to empower our people, our Powur consultants, our Powur warriors, right? It says here, constant training on the latest products, strategies, and tools to help you sell effectively, win customers, and grow your business. Number 2, continued investments in our community, our culture, and our connection so we all grow stronger together through 2023 and beyond. Number 3, continued investments in the systems that enable you to win, find new customers, and make it easier to sell and grow your team. All right, so you guys, Powur's always improving. Our CEO, Jonathan Budd, is always thinking of us consultants, how we could win, right? And again, I've seen the difference for 2.5 years that I've been here at Powur, and it's always getting better, right? So you guys are in the right team, the right company, with the right opportunity, right? All right, so we'll end with these top leaderboards, right? So they share the top personal sellers for the month of November, right? And first came in, so I'll go in third came in Eric Goldstein. In second came in Ular Gusa. And in first came in Berto Prieto. And then you could see the rest who came on there. These are solar consultants that are having personal sales, right? So 100% commission on their projects, right? Now you could be a tier 2 consultant, or you could be a tier 3 mentor to be able to sell projects on your own, okay? Now, top 3 sellers, top 3 mentors in the platform, right? We had a tie for third place with Javier Rodriguez, one of my personal friends here. Met him here in the platform, great guy, right? We have Trevor Foley and Robert Harefield. In second came Wally Arita, right? And Jabari Sadler. And in first, our furious leader, JC Rangel. Setting the example, you guys, right? Now, JC Rangel was the top recruiter / mentor last year, 2021. And it looks like he's going to be the same top recruiter / mentor for 2022. He always says this, you guys. He didn't become the top #1 mentor, right, by knowing everything about solar. He did it by building a team. And by building the team, he was able to mentor his team, right? Over 1,000 consultants now within his team, Team Freedom, right? So I've been personally onboarded by JC Rangel, and I follow his steps. I follow his steps on everything he does. I try to copy, right? As far as the business, right? And he gets the results. So congratulations to JC Rangel for coming in first for the month of November. And then as far as top refers, consultants onboarding new business partners / new consultants, tier 1 consultants. There's a tie for third with Stephen Jacobson, right? Mike DeBelac, right? I see you, Mike. All right, great job. And then Tony Brennan, Adam Stain, Craig Peleg. Is that you, Craig?
No, that's not. That's another Craig.
Oh, okay. That will be you.
I'd like it to be.
And Patrick
But it's not.
Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much it for the training I had for you guys. Again, just live updates.
Who's Conley?
And what was that? Yeah, so
Bill's tooting his horn. He's number 5 up there in 5th place.
where are you? Oh, I see you, Bill.
See, there he is. Yay, Bill.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the training I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna go ahead and stop the recording if we can. Jessica, please. and then we'll open it up for a Q&A. I know you guys had a question for Ramsey Clark, if he could share how he's approaching his clients
Look at Tony Brennan.
to share the how to get reviews